Oh, sweet. I'm live. Okay, cool. Figured that out. Great. So, welcome, guys. We are continuing where we left off yesterday. If you didn't see where we left off yesterday, basically we started building this like app in Ionic with React and Firebase. Those are like the two main things. That's about it, really. And we got as far as building like a login page and a sign up page, and we set up Firebase so that you could like create a user by signing up or log in as that user. And we had some weird buggy things with by the way, how's it, Keegan? Thanks for saying hi in the chat. If you are watching in the chat, please say hi. But yeah, basically we got as far as sort of logging in. The thing needs to be polished a bit, so we're going to try polish it today. And if we can polish it nicely, which this is going to be quite a weird learning experience of polishing it, because I don't know, there were some weird lifecycle things with Ionic pages that I wasn't too sure about that we'll figure out together. So we'll try to do that, and then if we don't manage to get anywhere with that, then we will, I don't know, we'll give up and start crying or something. But let's give it a shot. And if we do manage to sort it out, maybe we can look at like, saving user profile data and weird stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much me. All right, let's get going. So let's just see what we were able to get. I'm gonna run yarn start just to start our React app. And it's loading over here. Again, like this is the home page. Okay, there you see it was signing in and then it actually signed in. So I think what we need to do is try and get some like fetching user at the start, so we don't show like something and then split over to showing something else. So let me just put this into like our little iPhone view, like what we'd see there. But yeah, sign out worked. And then, yeah, there was my whole thing here. And if I set the password 123456, we could log in. Yeah, that worked. Great. And then, so all of that was fine, which is awesome. Let me just show you on Firebase. I need to go to my console and actually go and like put this all in. Right, so there's my login app. So what we had with our setting up the project in authentication, we can see we had the users. I put myself and my brother's email address in there. Try not to spam us. That'd be nice. Yeah, and they got like unique user IDs and stuff. So what I was thinking was going to a what was I gonna do? I'm thinking of going into a like what was I gonna say? I kind of going to I'm so distracted. Why am I distracted? I'm gonna go into an existing project of mine. So let's go to GitHub. And then I built that tic-tac-toe game live stream with Kevin ages ago. Wow, there's pull requests here. What are these for? Oh, they're just like automatic things. So yeah, sure, why not? Let's go and merge that, because like the depender bot is wonderful with that. So I confirm that merge. Isn't GitHub sweet, telling me where I can be better with life, I think it's quite cool. So what? Okay, this is going to be some package lock stuff. So we want to go with the new version. Cool. Any other merge requests? No, nothing. Okay, great. Mark it as resolved. Should be fine. I'm sure it won't break. Yeah. Again, if you guys do have questions, then feel free to ask, and I will try my best to answer, because that's what I do. Okay, anyways, what I was going to do, I was going to go look at the code and just try and see what we've done before. Let me make this a bit bigger for you guys. So what we've had before is I've changed my way of doing things. So I set up the service, and the service is where my app was set up, and I had the auth. Okay, so that we've already got in our project here, the index. So that's cool. Got that. The next thing that I need to do is, yeah, so we've got the auth set up here, and we set this whole context thing up, this user provider. We might end up doing something different, but I first want to like just check what we've done here, because I remember this project worked quite nicely. So was it hooks or was it helpers? I think it was hooks, and we said use user. So our use user had an is fetching, so it actually set up, you know, for fetching the user. Okay, but this went and got the actual docs and stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. So lost. Okay, so this got like a user object, but we want to actually get the auth state. So let's go back up to the top level of the app. Let's just see, what do we have in here? Okay, current user provider. That is probably a good one. So we're going to go to current user from hooks. Okay, let's go into hooks and we'll find use current user. So that a use user, which got you the user profile, which we haven't implemented in our Ionic app yet, but use current user, that gets you like the user that's logged in right now. I think the use user just gets you details of a specific user in case you like wanted to find a friend's details or something. So the current user context, which could be a user undefined. Okay, that's pretty good. We've got the current user provider. This is the same as what I set up before, didn't I? And I just said if the user.uid exists, then I return set user. Okay, that's interesting. So otherwise I set user to undefined, because if they didn't have the unique ID. So let's do some weird magical stuff in here. So here I just said, you know, set user to user auth. So let's rather say user auth dot ID or UID. If the UID exists, then we set user to user auth. Otherwise, we're going to set user to undefined. I think this is just a little bit safer for our issues, because we did experience some weird stuff. And, or I guess we can set user to null. That would be nice. Maybe I should just change this whole null thing to undefined, because that's like the same thing basically, right? Okay, so let's just make sure our app still works. If I try and again log in as me, my password is 123456. I say login, it works. Sign up works perfectly fine. I had so many issues with this yesterday, and today it just works fine. This is great. What I think I'd like to do is just initial, like app-wise, is set and is fetching kind of state. So I'm going to say const. No, wait, I can't do that because this only checks once the auth state has changed. Okay, so I just can't set is fetching. By default, it will show, like, you know, the users logged in or not logged in. Okay, so now I've got to think, what are we going to do? Should we set some sort of like user profile stuff? That sounds like an idea. So the way our app works now is you either see the home page, which, like, you know, redirects to home, or you see the sign up page. So if you're not logged in as a user, like if I go to / it's just going to take me to the login page. Now if I say sign up instead, let's make a new, I'm going to make Keegan at test.com, because Keegan was in the chat and his password's also going to be 123456 and 123456. Now I'm going to say sign up, and signing up creates a user, so he's logged in already. And if we go look at Firebase and I refresh this, we have Keegan at test.com, which is great. Awesome. And if we sign out, it takes me back to the sign up page. It shouldn't take me back to the sign up page though. It should take me to the login page if it's / that. That's weird. Should it? Because Oh, the reason that happens, I figured it out, guys. So my routing problems. Let's go sign up as another person again. We'll make Keegan 2 because, again, shout out to Keegan for saying something. We say sign up. Okay, it does change that back to like nothing, but sign out goes back to sign up. Why do you do this? Why do you do this, app? Why are you like this to me? Because the user is no longer a user, so they should see the login page. I would assume. Yeah. It's odd, guys. It's really odd. I wonder if it would work differently. My app is so buggy, guys. I don't understand this whole process. I just don't get it. Like, so I've been logging the user. Like, I've been logging what my user is there. Currently, my user is undefined. Okay, cool. Let's go do a sign up process. Do Keegan3 test.com. This is the most useless stream ever. Can't even figure things out. I'm not excited anymore. All my hope is lost. I've hit sign up. I've got a user. So my user is this crazy long thing here. And now let's see if I sign out. It should read log user is undefined. So we need to figure out how this bug is solved. Like, because theoretically what I have here is I've got this user and it does some magic. If the user exists, we render this. If the user doesn't exist, we render this. And there's this whole outlet thing. How does this outlet thing work? This is crazy, guys. This is really crazy. Anyways, I saw a project somewhere that like renders private routes and public routes. So let's look up Firebase Ionic React. See what other people are doing. Authentication. See how they manage that. This project over here, he did something where in his source, I think it's just the app.js. See, he's got private routes and he's got public routes. And he doesn't use the whole router outlet thing for the public routes, which is odd. So why is this private routes login and register and stuff? Because authentic user should theoretically, if they authenticate, they see the public routes, otherwise the private. This guy has named his thing wrong. Because this should be public routes and this should be private routes. But let's try and make them their own components, like, and see what we can do with that. So we call this public routes. We call this private routes. There we go. I'm just gonna sort of refactor it a little bit. Let's use our arrow body functions. It's fine. So again, in our case now, we're gonna be taken to /login the moment, you know, something's wrong. And here we will say, this should actually work nicely, the whole forced redirect thing. Oh, I did the whole root render redirect. This is where I'm going wrong. Oh my word. Anyways, so I just called my page login. I didn't call it login page. And the register is going to be sign up. And I'm going to say /sign up. So there's our public routes. It's a component that holds this stuff. This is just called home. And the path to home will just be / yeah, there's nothing special to it. And this path will just be redirected / I guess we could theoretically say exact. I like things to be in alphabetical order. I'm like OCD and weird that way. Except what I've just done is not in alphabetical order. So let's do it now while we're at it. You know, okay, that's alphabetical. Again, we don't need this exact equals true. We can just say exact like that. And let's move our path to the end of the component. There we go. So pretty, so wonderful. Don't you guys like pretty wonderful things? Okay, great. So now we're going to say if the user exists, then we want to render the private routes because they're private. You can only access them if you are like supposed to be there. I think the whole reason my app was bugging out was the way I implemented this redirect. It should have been a route and it should have, like, you know, rendered a redirect instead of just rendering that as it was. So this simplifies our app a lot. Let us see if we have fixed it. So I'm here. This is a bad start, guys. The app won't even load. It's a real bad start. Not gonna lie. Let's see if it loads as a desktop app. No. What have I done wrong? Why? Why is this happening to me? Okay, so there is no user. So we're rendering public routes. Public routes is this Ion React router. Great. Excellent. With the React outlet, that's all fine. And we've got our /login, which comes from /login. If the path is this, then we're rendering that, so that's good. I'm gonna try rerun my project. Maybe that will fix some things. So you never know. Sometimes that just like resolves all our issues. So it shows the user. Why is it not showing our public routes? Okay, because there is no user, so it's showing public routes, right? Cool. Let's see if it actually renders this. Changing this back to what it was. Console.log public routes rendered. I guess you're learning how to debug things. That's something useful, right? Yeah, no, who knows? Okay. So public routes is rendered, which is great. Let's try removing the exacts because I'm at /login, right? /login will render the login component. Okay. There's nothing to say this isn't rendered. It's a console.log login rendered. Let's see if that does anything. So the login never gets rendered. It just decided, hey, that screw Barry, I ain't rendering anything. That's slightly sad because this gets rendered. Let's try and move the exacts. So if I said sign up, it should just work, right? No, it always doesn't get it. My friend Dan has just said, how am I doing? Cool. So log in. If I say anything, right. Something's wrong here, guys. Something is wrong. And I don't know what my path name is. Let's see if we can get const path name equals use location. Console.log. Actually, you say location. Good old debugging, the lazy way, because I don't read tutorials and stuff. I just figure it out by messing around. That's like a great way to do stuff, right? I agree. Cannot read location of undefined. Why not? Maybe I should restart this again. The joys, the actual joys. I don't understand. It's not of anything undefined. So use history. So my router is not actually being, that might be the problem. I don't really know, guys, I don't know. Let's try wrap the router over here. We have the app, and then we have the router. Because this guy's code who just gave us this thing does not work. It's not working for me, guys. And then we can ditch the React router here. Over here we can just make it a fragment. So that's good. Now let's try this again. Why? Okay, so there's a location this time. Action replace, blah, blah, blah. Let's add my exact path back there. I'm so sick of this. I'm so frustrated. Like, why? Why is this not working? Let's go look up Ionic React router. Yeah, that's the first thing that pops up, not working. Let's see, what are people saying? Let's make it bigger for you guys. So they've made this whole React router outlet. They say it's not working. If you swap the outlet and the React router, it works, but you lose the animation effects provided by the outlet, which I want to keep that animation. I haven't found a solution. So what, just this outlet doesn't really work? Well, again, let's put in a fragment. Okay, so it works if you don't use outlets. It's very odd. Iron router expects its children to either be roots or root-like, which means the children need to have the same basic props that a root does. So for your protected root, it should work if you rename your incoming props to root path to path. I don't understand. That doesn't help me at all. Let's check out what this guy meant. And then he had some pages nested in a reusable component basic page, which is causing problems. But I don't have pages nested in things, do I? I've got an Ion page here, yeah, that's normal. And I got an Ion page here. It's very odd, guys. It's very, very odd. See, the problem is we want like that pretty, you know, my roots are broken. My roots are actually broken. Because this should render a redirect to, you know. Gonna go crazy. Gonna actually go crazy. See, there's his login page, easy. His welcome page, his dummy page. Root, login, component, logging, exact equals true. I wonder if that exact equals true did actually matter. Because it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But Ionic is just sucking for us today. Let's try add that Ion outlet back. The router outlet. And just gonna try add in Ion router. Let's throw this back in to these levels, because why not? Maybe this will start working. Sorry, this is supposed to be Ion React router. Oh, you guys are watching a disaster. Let me know how it's going so I can have some sanity in the air. See, I don't understand why this public routes is just bailing on me. I guess I understand that part. And if I remove the ion router outlet, it works. So again, ion router outlet not working. Let's tell the world that ion router outlet's not working. And we are using Ionic. What version are we using? We're using Ionic 5. That's great. I should really set this up to dev dependencies. Most of these don't actually need to be primary main dependencies, but alas, they are. That's how it is. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's see. React Ionic 5. It's so weird, guys, because if we don't sort this out, our app's going to be pretty useless. I mean, it will work, but like, I really like to have things working nicely. It's so odd. Maybe the whole outlet thing is supposed to actually be like, you know, you wrap it in a page. You know what, let's go look at the official outlet docs. React Ion outlet. That will be great. Sorry, React Ion outlet, not reaction outlet. That'd be great. It's a pretty bad thing to look at. Okay, React router outlet. Component provides a container for routes that renders Ionic pages. When a page is in Ion router outlet, the container controls the transition animation between pages as well as controls when a page is created and destroyed, which helps maintain the state between the views when switching back and forth between them. Okay. Dashboard page above shows a user lister page and a details page when navigation provides the appropriate platform page transition and keeps the state of the previous page intact so that when a user navigates back to the list page, it appears in the same state as when it left. Okay, that makes sense. So it's a whole, like, you know, keeping states between pages, which is not what we want because we don't want the state to be kept. Should only contain routes or redirects. Any other component should be rendered either as a route or... Okay. So what if I said redirect to... it works. Okay. So it's when you say route and render, that's the problem. I wonder if that other guy's problem is resolved then, because this guy had like a pretty big problem. He said path render. So yeah, let me write a answer. Found that using the render prop in an Ion, what's it called? Ion React, Ion router outlet on a route in an Ion router outlet breaks it. In your case, you would have to render, you have to say, so he's got the problem over here where he said route path you'd have to say what did he have to say? This guy's code is weird. Say something. You'd have to replace following. Okay, let's fix his stuff. With something like this. He's trying to call me. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Hang on. I'm busy. I cannot answer the phone right now. Yeah, sorry about that. Very unprofessional. So this guy's got this whole thing where he says, hey, like I want to render something. We have to say something like this instead. He'd have to say is authenticated question mark, and then in that we'll say something like root, we'll say path equals root path whatever. Not sure why he says that. So root path, and then the component will be protected component. Otherwise, he'll have to say a redirect. So in this process, I'm going to help him out, redirect to login. So that's great. That should solve him. Hope this helps anyone coming across this issue in the future. Looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe I should put this up here. There we go. That looks good. I guess I could simplify it a little bit. There we go. Nah, I don't like that. Just keep it like this. Great. Cool. So we got that sorted. All done. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I can't believe it. Our app works. Nah, wait, it doesn't work. Okay, that's to be expected. What is it? We need to wrap this in a return. And router outlet. Great. Okay. It says sign up instead, log in instead. Log in instead. Why is it not taking me back? I'm so confused, guys. I don't understand. Why does it hate me? See, I'm at the login page. I hit sign up instead. It goes to sign up. I hit login instead. It goes back to login. Okay, cool. Sign up instead. Login instead. Okay. The reason it's acting a bit dodgy is just because it's rendering like, you know, the iPhone version. On an iPhone native thing, it should run a bit more smoothly. Let's see what it looks like on. There we go. I don't understand. I don't understand. I hate this. I hate it so much. Let's re-render it like this. Sign up instead. Login instead. My word. I hate this. I hate this so much. You can say root. You can say render equals redirect --2. And this is going to be for path equals like anything, basically. Sorry, I need to switch AirPods. This one ran out of battery. So I can go back to my classical music in the background. It really helps me focus. Okay, so see if this does anything, because then I should probably get rid of my Stack Overflow post. Nope, it's all broken. It's all broken. I hate this thing so much. Okay, we're ditching Ion router outlet. It's just not working for us. I'm gonna have to figure that out off camera one day, because this seems to just say sign up instead, log in instead. Okay, that makes sense, because that it goes to the slash thingy. But although theoretically this should work, should redirect, so it's not rendering that, which is odd. Ugh, why does it hate me? Guess theoretically if it was that, then we show the login just like that. So the home page will show login, great. And then sign up instead, login instead, sign up instead, login instead. It's great. Let's try it one more time. Let's just try it. Ion router outlet, because this works really well. Nope, hates me. It hates me. I don't like this Ion router outlet. I think it's stupid. I think we're gonna build our app like this. And if anyone has a nice idea of how to solve this, let me know. But I think I'm pretty good at developing stuff, and right now I feel really useless. So instead of falling into the trap of the whole thingy where we lose all hope in humanity and stuff, and get all insecure, and I can't think of the word. Instead of doing all that stuff, we will just casually figure out what to do next. So I was thinking we could have some sort of profile details thing where we save a user's profile. And in order to do that, I'm going to start by going to our app and removing all of our new people. So I'm going to delete Keegan's account. I'm going to delete my account. I'm going to delete all the accounts. Let's save profile data. And then once we've got profile data saved, we can try and set up the whole forgot your password stuff. But that might happen tomorrow, because yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know how far we'll get with the saving details. So I'm going to look at our previous project. We did a thing in here where I made a whole bunch of hooks for like every kind of thing, but we don't really need to do that. When we create a user, there's an update profile. I don't think I made hooks for the actual sign in and login. So I'm going to go, where are my components? Probably my pages. So yeah, I made a login page before, and I tried something, which is going to be great. We're going to try and make some user details. So I'm just going to say, like, you know, put in your name and age, and then we store that just so we have some sort of thing, and we can make it so they have an updatable profile. We can maybe build something out from that, I guess. Build a to-do list, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, looking forward to trying that. Let's look. So got the whole setting, all their stuff here. Should we make them set their display name up front? So okay, there's a perform redirect thing that I did there. Don't need to do that. Oh, this is login. I need to do sign up. Sign up is where I create my stupid thing. Sign up is where I'll create a user. So in the sign up function here, I made a handle sign up thingy, where I did the validation checks and all that stuff. And then I said set is sign up true, and then I did the whole await create user with email password. So after that was done, so the dot then, I did the whole collection users doc.response.user ID. So I made a new collection, like a database thing, and I decided, okay, cool, I'm gonna store the user's ID to be like the main key, like their unique ID is gonna be their key, and then I set their display name to their username, their email, before the @ sign in their name. So yeah, let's do something similar. It basically means in our sign up app, we're gonna have a dot then. You can do async await as well, but I'm just gonna do a dot then. What did I do here actually? I said response, and then I said response.user.uid. Did I? I need to get DB set up. So in order to do that, I need to create a Firestore. So we say export const db equals firebase dot deep. It's gonna be Firestore. And this does mean that on up here I need to import firebase / firestore. There we go. And yeah, so before I carry on with this, I need to go onto Firebase and make sure that my database is set up, which I haven't done yet. So let's go do that. So it's telling me what I want to do. I want to create a database. I want to start it in yeah, let's just start in production mode. We can like figure out ways around that and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't really care. I'm gonna say it to Europe because I'm closer to Europe than America. The US, the good old US. It's a fun place. I like it. I still have a visa that is valid for another 9.5 years. So I look forward to visiting San Francisco again if my company allows it, and if the good old Rona is retiring. Okay, setting up security rules. That's gonna happen. If you are enjoying watching this, then cool. Say how's it. Okay, cool. So I've got this. It's a Firestore database, and I'm gonna start the collection from the app. So I'm just trying to think. I had this. Okay, so the response over here will have the user.id. So we're gonna say we'll have a res in there, which is for response, and then we're gonna say db.collection.users.doc at res for that response over there dot user dot uid, and then we're gonna say set. We're gonna say display name is gonna be again also the res.user.email, sorry, .user.email, and we're just gonna say .split. We're gonna split it by the @ sign in an email address. This is assuming that there is an @ sign. If there isn't one, then this will just be one item. So it's fine if they screw up their email somehow. I guess you'll have Firebase freaking out saying that they didn't do an email or something. You don't have to worry about that validation. Okay, object possibly null. Question mark. And we'll say question mark. I assume there would be an email here. I don't even have to say that. I can just say this email. So there'll definitely be an email, which is great. Email.split, all good. So we're setting that. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do, because from there we will be logged in, so it will automatically redirect us away from this. which is great. It's just what we want. So theoretically now, I don't have any accounts, but if we look here, there's nothing here. If we go into our app now and we say sign up instead, and make barrydoyle@gmail.com 123456 123456. That's my Gmail password. No, I'm joking. Now I'm gonna hit sign up, and it says welcome to me. Memory leaks. It's because I'm trying to set state after this goes away. I wonder if there's an error to be set anywhere, because there's no state being set here after we run this. It's odd. Doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world if there's a memory leak. You can live without it. So yeah, next thing that we're gonna do is, wow, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to check on Firebase and see if this worked. So again, also need to refresh this. I'm gonna refresh it. I gotta do it the hard way. Didn't work, that's why there was an error. There was an error, but the authentication part worked. Because there's a new user. Okay, so an error actually occurred. Let's see what I did here, because this is .set display name. Do I need to create a users collection? Maybe that's the problem. I need to start a collection and call it users. That's not how it works though. No, that's not how it works at all. I'm confused. Why is this happening to me? So I understand why the other issue happened, the memory leak, is because there was an issue. I did do this on sign up, right? Create user with password. Why does everything hate me? Why am I so bad at coding? Oh, I have to wait. Okay, so this pushes away before we actually get anywhere. So that's odd. Okay, so instead of doing the whole private root thing, which is probably going to be for the best, is I'm going to do a bunch of checks and say, hey, if the user's not here, don't push them away, you know, because we need to have a dot then after the set, so that only then we push them away. So that's the problem, is like we want to update and then we go away and we like cancel trying to update them. So we're gonna make an Ion React router. It's gonna happen, and everything over here will just be like that. Login will be /login, root components home will be just the path as is, exactly, not exactly, just exact, and we're gonna say path equal is that. Okay, let's ditch that stuff. We don't even need the user right now. We'll use that somewhere else. So now what we're gonna do is in the login page, we're gonna push them to home if they are the user. So we'll have a use effect. This basically runs when the component mounts. And I'll stick it in over here. Use effect. We'll say if there's a user that exists, then we're going to say history.push away, send them home. So we're going to get history from use history, const history equals use history. Great. Put that up there, put this up here. And then we're also going to get a use context, const user equals use context. And we'll say user context in here. So the user context comes from over here. We made this whole context yesterday. And we're just gonna, we have that user. So this happens, like this happens whenever like anything changes. We just say, hey, if there is a user history.push. In fact, we could actually just say if user, like from the beginning, like right up here. We don't even need history. We're just gonna say return redirect, and we'll say to, and we'll say slash. It's quite a nice way of dealing with it now that I think of it. Now if only I went and got redirect. Okay, redirect is there. What's wrong with this? It works fine. Forgot my closing tag. Great. Don't need use effect anymore. What are you guys complaining about? String is fine there too. Hate my life sometimes. Use status. It's called conditionally. You can't put your use state there. You have to put your stuff like down here. So that makes sense. That's fine. I don't mind that. What I was gonna say was, we might need history actually for. So I'm gonna use the same thing for the sign up page. I'll just stick this down here and we'll say const user equals use context, and we're gonna say user context. Great. But for this one, we're gonna say dot then over here. Oh, flip. Okay, we're just gonna do it as the page mounts. That's why we wanted to use the use effect. I think over here it's fine because we're not setting anything. But for the sign up page, we only want to use it when the page mounts, because if we try to do it elsewhere, it's gonna push us away from the page before the actual like the user's been created, and we don't want that. So this will only run right at the beginning, and we'll say user. Well, we're gonna say if user, then we're gonna say history.push. Not push date. I need history from use history. So again, it's the same const history. Let's use history. Great. Again, I like this to be up here. It just makes more sense. And we're gonna push it to slash. Push them away. It's not. Okay, like we'll put history in there, but we don't actually want exhausted dependencies here, because we don't want this to actually run when the user changes. We just want it to run at the start of the page. Same thing here. Now we can say our dot then. I don't care what the response is. I'm just gonna say history.push, so that we push them away when they are built. What's wrong with this? I can't find name redirect. Where's the redirect in here? There's no redirect here. And sign up.tsx. I think I just need to rerun this. Now it's fine. Okay, use context defined but never used. Where did I define use context and never use it? It's going to be in my app over here. That's fine. We don't need that. It should be FC because we hate that. Right, there we go. Cool. Hope you guys are enjoying my ranting and not very useful stuff. It's a happy Friday night where we can build things. yeah, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. Let's go test this. So welcome to the person with no name. That's a problem. We need to do the same thing on the home page. We need to push them to log in if they aren't currently logged in. So this case is pretty simple. We've already got the user there. If we say if there's no user, then return redirect, and we'll say to /login. Great. That's good. Hope that makes sense. Should make sense. I think it'll make sense. Great. And the next thing, let's go test that. So, what's wrong with you? Come on. Why you gotta be like that? If I comment this out, does that fix it? It does. Why does Ion React Router freak out when there's a render? Okay, if I go to slash, what if I just said slash like that? Okay, so home freaks out now. This redirect is not working. That's fine. Maybe a redirect only works within a router. I could be completely messed up here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do a use effect. And in this case, we can say if user, because now we don't care if the user changes. That's fine. We can like say whatever. We'll do the whole history. History.push. I'm trying things out that I don't usually do at work, so that might be why. Maybe I need to use React Router DOM, but that's fine. We'll push it to /login. It's fine. I need to say const history equals use history. History equals use history. There we go. We've got our use history hook to get the history from there. Oh, I love functional components. Right, so this isn't supposed to happen. What the heck? Okay, we have to say if there's no user, send them to login. That makes sense. Great. Did I do that before? Just go all the way back. Yeah, I did do that before. Okay. It's fine. Okay, finally we go there. If we try to go to just normal localhost, pushes us to login. Good, that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, we got pushed to login. We're gonna sign up instead. Is there an existing user? Authentication, I'm gonna get rid of me so that can make me again. And now, what we should have is a sign up. Passwords required, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sign up. Signing up. Missing or insufficient permissions. That is good because we deployed our app in production mode. And that's why we had the error before, but now we could actually see that it didn't work. So we're not pushing them to the page because it didn't work. So what theoretically happened now is I think our user was created. So yeah, the user was created, but this action over here, we didn't have permission to do that. So we're gonna update our rules because we need some database rules to say a user can update their own information, sort of their public information. Yeah. So yeah, it's like if false. I don't remember how to do this. Firebase Db Rules allow user to update their own info. Okay. hopefully this has got what we need. Okay, cool. We literally need this. This is perfect. So they can write if their UID equals the actual UID. So rules. What the heck? Like, this syntax doesn't match the other syntax. I wonder if this will work. Nope. So I'm going to say match. How's this work? Why? Why are you doing this to me? User-based security. Show me how it's done. There's a great example of the auth thing, but it's not in the correct. I don't understand. Because we've got this, right? I need to do Firebase, a Firestore, not database. Firestore. That's the problem. And I'm missing a slash there. Okay. Firestore user rules. There we go. Writing conditions for Firestore security rules. This is going to be what we need. Okay, allow the user to access documents in cities collection only if they are authenticated. Okay. Here we're going to allow another comment to make sure their own data. Great. Database / documents, match users. There we go. Make sure the UID of the requesting user matches the name of the user document. The wildcard expression user available in rules. Okay, this is what we want. We're going to stick that right in over there, I think. Publish. Okay, so theoretically, let me go and authenticate, ditch this user, and try that once more. Sign up. Wait a second. I didn't even pay attention. That worked, didn't it? So I made the user. Cool. And then the database. There's users, and there's display name, Barry Doyle 18. Great. So at the home here, instead of trying to show my user.email, we want to say, I guess we'd like to make a hook to get the actual user, similar to what I've done here. What we're gonna say is, can't remember now. So we're gonna get use user. And we put the user ID in there. That's great. I think I did set up a use current user hook, which actually went and got the current user with their details. So the use current user, I did go and fetch the user at their thing as well, and say if the document exists, return set user, otherwise return set user undefined. So there's a whole unsubscribe thing there as well. I should probably use that async stuff. Let's give that all a shot. Let's go here. Where is it? Next in here. So I'm just gonna do some cleanup. Const unsubscribe. I don't think this actually works or not. That means we're gonna make this asynchronous, and we're gonna say return a cleanup function. We're just gonna run unsubscribe. That just means if our app closes or something, it runs this code to sort itself out. Okay. What was I gonna do? So yeah, we've done that whole thing. But here I want to say if the user ID, we can call it U. Pretty much just do this. I'm gonna copy paste the whole thing. I'll try and explain it. It's called U, and if the user.uid is there, then we're going to try and get the doc, and if the document exists, then we'll do this. Come on, it's as user. You can override this by passing an options object. Option there is retrieved from the snapshot user design server times. Define values. Okay, so can I pass through this options server timestamps false because I don't need the server timestamps? True. What is server timestamps? Oh, estimate. It's here to estimate. No. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Conversion of type ID string to type user may be taken because neither type sufficiently overlaps the other. If this was intentional, convert the expression to unknown first. Okay. Let's say as unknown as user. Don't know why that works, but it works. Good old TypeScript. That's a special thing for you. Okay. So theoretically now our user comes with a display name because our document has a display name. So if we wrote in here, in home, sorry, user.displayName, then we're showing a display name. It worked. It actually worked. You make like a double non-breaking space there just so that we have like some space there. That works. I'm surprised that actually works. Okay. So, wow, we've been going for an hour already. That's crazy. The next thing that we're going to try and do is we want to attempt to, I guess, update their profile. So for that, we're going to make a profile page. And pretty straightforward. I'm gonna make it super simple. Like, let's call it profile, import React, and FC from React. I mean, let's look at what our home page looked like. Const profile, FC. Give me a similar thing where we need the user for this. We say use context, should get from there. We say user context, which again is auto imported from there. We're gonna need the history as well because we want to push them away from the profile page if because they can only see their own profile, like edit profile, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we've been pretty lazy with this project. Probably make something polished down the line. Nothing else for now. Let's do the same thing that we had here. So I could probably make this its own hook, like check redirect and stuff. If you guys are keen to see what I meant by that, let me know. But currently, like, nobody's really talking, so nobody's really keen. Use history. Need that. Right, and we're gonna return some stuff. It's also going to be an ion page. Great. Ion header. Ion toolbar. Ion title. Profile. I need all of these to be imported. So done. They're imported. Okay, I'm also going to need some ion content. Ion list. There we go. An ion item. Now we're going to do something similar to the login page actually. We will just say display name and age, because why not? The label is going to be display name. And we'll say on ion change in here. We'll do some stuff there eventually. Let's just make it undefined for now. Type, we don't have to say type. Value is going to equal undefined for now as well. Let's copy this whole ion item. And we'll say age. So this one will have a type of number. Great. So it will, like on your phone or something, it will show you like number input stuff, which is cool. Profile. Great. Okay, now we're gonna say the whole on email change thing, but it's gonna be on display name change and on thingy change. So on display name change, we'll say use callback. Okay, over here we're going to say const display name and set display name. We'll do some else stuff in here, like eventually. Nothing right now, but because we want to set the display name to like the user's actual display name. Okay, cool. So that's the thing. Oh, I'm tired. Display name that const age set age equals use state. Let's be an empty string for now. So on display name change, we're gonna say set display name. Same thing for on email change. We'll say on age change. Say set age Done. Now over here we can say on display name change, and we can put in the display name. Over here we can say on age change, and then we can put in age. Great. So we got that going. Now what we're going to do here is else we want to set the display name to be user.displayName. Done. Okay, user could potentially, like, display name could potentially not exist, so we want to default it to an empty string. And we're going to set age as well. We'll say user.age, which I don't actually have yet. I'm going to say .toString, and if the user.age doesn't exist, then we're going to default it to an empty string. This user is actually going to be, so over here, I need to open this up. We're going to make a new type detailed user is going to equal user extends, make an interface, user props. There'll be a display name, as we know, string, potentially undefined, and age, which will be a number, but also potentially undefined. And we'll just say, well, user props is going to extend user actually, and then we don't need this detailed user. It's just extends, right? Yeah. And now this stuff will all be user props. User props. Does this work if I get rid of this now? Nope. Hell no. Okay, I think that's done. Okay, cool. So now that means back here on our profile page, we have something that is working. We have, well, it's not working, it's just not broken. User props, display name are incompatible. Really? Null, there we go. Happy now, great. Okay, cool. So display name could have been null, whatever. The next thing that we're going to do is, okay, so that works. Now we need to say an on submit, which we will need. What did we do in login? We just said, we made another ion item down here. And we need a button, and the secondary button will be just go back, which will, the router link will be just to slash for the home, and then this one will be save, and we'll change it to on save click. So when we save the click, we say const on save click. It's going to be a callback because we want to cache the function. There's no event that we have to listen for. Now we're going to say db, which we need to import. And we're going to say .set. Wait, how do we do this? What did we do in sign up? Can't even remember. So we're going to say db.collection users. And we say doc. We say user, which we already have, .uid. Pretend that exists. .set. And here we're gonna say display name. The display name will just be set as it is. We're also gonna set age, but age won't be as it is. So because age is a string, but we actually want to set age, and we're going to say number, make it a number. Great. And then I'd like to do something similar to the alert. So what are you doing? Okay, ion alert. I'm going to put an ion alert at the bottom of this page. And we're going to do something like alert text. And we need to add that on did dismiss as well, because that's useful. Great, so our alert is there. We just need to import ion alert. Great, done. And over here we're going to say ion alert. No, we're not going to say that. We're going to say set alert text to successfully saved profile. There we go. And we'll do a .catch as well. If there's an error, then we'll set the alert text to error.message, which worked last time, which is great. Cool. I think that's that here. Like, I think it's gonna work. Let's give that a shot. So, oh, I need a button that will take me to the profile. Let's just add another button here. Let's make these his own items. Ion item. Ion item. We'll make a new button and we'll say, I guess it'll be like these buttons actually, where we say, so that one's color will be primary. We'll make another one here for color secondary. Awesome. Right, and this, we're not going to say signing out. We're going to say, it's not going to be disabled ever either. This will be a router link to /profile. Great. And say profile there. Just give me a profile button. Okay, so this means now there's a profile button. Yeah, if we click on profile, it doesn't go to the profile page. It's a bit of a problem. Did I forget to add my routing in here? Yeah, I did. Say import profile. Let's make it alphabetical from ./pages/profile. Spelled pages wrong. That's good. And now we make the profile page root components equals profile. And we say exact path equals profile /profile actually. And now we are good to go. Now, theoretically, we can make a profile page. There we go. And it's age Barry Doyle 18. I'm going to make my display name Barry. And my age is 25. And I'm going to save. Something broke. What broke? Why did you break? Requires its first argument to be type of non-empty string, but it was undefined. Ugh. Okay. Why is it saying it's a non-empty string? Why is my user undefined? Because my user should be defined. Let's make a console log to see what my user is when I click on save. Let's say console.log, what is my user? Okay. Now I'm going to profile, I'm going to say my age is 25, and I'm going to say my name is Barry. I'm going to save. Here's my user. Oh, I forgot to add the rest of my user details to my user. It's interesting. Oh, it's got .id. That's all I need. Okay, so I must just be saying user.id, not the whole UID thing. So it's just user.id. That was my mistake. What? It does not exist on those props, but it should exist on those props. So we will say ID is a string and it must exist on this. Great. Okay, this is perfect, guys. We have figured it out. So profile, make my name Barry, and we're gonna say my age is 25. I'm gonna save. Successfully saved profile. Now if I go back, okay, my name is still that over there. So we can do a thing where we always get the updated user. It's gonna require a hook though, because if I refresh now, it says welcome Barry, which is great. But we want to make sure that our app is like more in sync. I think that's the last thing we'll try and do before I call it a day, because I'm pretty tired of streaming. I hope you guys are enjoying it though. So what we're gonna try now is make sure that that's, you know, in sync the whole time. How did we do it here? So here we just do it on all state change, we set the user. Okay. I wonder if there was one of my other hooks, we used to get the user. Here we can do an on snapshot. Okay, so on snapshot basically means that, yeah, whenever this this document like updates, then we update the user. So I think we could actually do that straight up over here. So we say db.collection.doc.get. See, we say .get there. I'm gonna say dot on snapshot. And we'll have a dot then, and then the doc will be in here, and then we'll wrap that, so we don't need this anymore, I think. Okay, there's no dot then there, we put the doc inside there. Okay, so that's how that works. So theoretically now, if we're logged in on our app, we'll be able to say profile, let's make my name Barry Michael, save it. Didn't save my age. There we go, that works. Okay, profile, let's see if I made this 25 now. Okay, why is it doing that? What's my age on Firebase? Did that save? My age is 0. So there's a problem. We're gonna fix it. So you got my age. Oh, wait, no, that's right. Right, it helps if I actually put my wrap age and number there. That makes sense. That's what was missing. So that's cool. Sweet. So yeah, we made some progress on this. If I save that, successfully save profile, I'll go back to my profile, it's 25. On the app, it's 25 as well. Let's just show that we can sign out, and then we can sign up instead as like mark@gmail.com. And then we can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. We're gonna sign up. We're welcoming Mark here, and we're gonna say, let's make his name Mark Doyle. It's my bro. He's 23 at the moment. Welcome Mark Doyle, profile saved, everything's in here. We've got our 2 users. There's that user, and then there's Mark as well as a user, which is really epic. I think we've done good. We've managed to make 2 users, which is like pretty cool. And yeah, like that's kind of that. Yeah, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm just looking at the chat, which is empty, so it's pretty pointless. But yeah, that's been a good hour and a half of coding. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Let me know if you did enjoy it. I can play half an hour of Hearthstone if you guys are keen. That's cool. We'll leave it. But thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's always cool when you guys are watching stuff that I do. I appreciate it. I think it's fun. I'm hoping out of this thing to make a more like, you know, comprehensive, like this is how you build an app in Ionic. And hopefully, you know, if I've gone through all the nuancy things, then we have like a nice big Ionic appy thing. So that would be cool. But yeah, we will see with regards to that. I think what I'll do is like I'll make this, and then I'll make a separate thing, and then I'll make some weird combined thing, and yeah, I don't know, make a course out of that or something. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I guess we will chat soon. Keep well. All the best, guys. Cheers.